Let's go live. Aye. L.O.T.S prove me the DSTM, don't shoot the messenger. You heard me. Listen, you guys, let's not wait for the middle or the end of this video. Let's come together as a collective and everybody hit the like button at the same time. Now, when you guys hit the like button, that makes YouTube take the content. They're going to grab it. Then they're going to push it forward and recommend it to their audience subsequently. That's going to lead to us getting more views and allow us to compete with the bigger channels because we're a smaller channel here. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Now, we're just waiting for the building to kind of fill up. You guys keep in mind, you guys all have some type of influence. So when you guys come in the building, let's hit the like button off top and let's share this podcast and get everybody involved in the podcast. Okay, then. Now, we got a lot to speak about tonight. We have extreme amount of things to speak about. It was a busy week, semi busy. Once again, you guys, as soon as you guys come to the building, do me a favor. As soon as you come to the building, I need you guys to go in the comment section and leave a comment in the comment section. That's called leaving your fingerprint. Let people know that you was here for this experience. Also, you guys have people that admire you. Go ahead and share the podcast with the people that that admire you, all right, on your platforms. Once again, thank you guys in advance. If you guys are not aware, all right, this is the most dangerous podcast on God's green earth. Remember, I told you. All right. Allow me to get into my infamous intro. All right. We're not here for a long time, but we're here for a good time. Remember, I told you. All right, you guys, I am the incomparable, the often imitated but cannot be duplicated, the one they took their style from, the elected, the appointed voice of the streets. I go by the name of L.O.T.S to prove you guys that is an acronym. Let's be clear. It stands for the Lord of the Streets, the leader of the streets, learning off the streets, living off the streets. When I say living off the streets, I'm referring to eating off of the land. We are hustlers, so we eat what we kill here. That part, let's make that clear. Now, that got a part of me. I just put on some coconut oil, and you know I'm a dark-skinned brother, so when you put on the coconut oil, it has you shiny. I don't like the way I'm so shiny right now. That part. I see somebody in the comment section. Okay, then Isaiah Witherspoon, salute, fam. Salute, fam. That part. I see you guys in the building. Once again, leave a comment in the comment section. That's leaving your fingerprint and letting people know that you was here. All right. Now, this is powered by L.O.T.S Approved Media. I want to welcome everybody to the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. Episode number, what do you got? 126, I believe. If you guys don't know, this is the most dangerous podcast on God's green earth. Remember, I told you, and we speak things into existence here. So these things will come into fruition in the future. Remember, I told you, and we are God ordained, so we're not going nowhere. All right. Once again, make sure you guys hit the like button. Now, let's talk about the different topics at hand. You know, we got to speak about Dr. Umar. Your boy, Dr. Umar, our leader, our Martin Luther King, our Malcolm X, our Marcus Garvey, in reference to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy that has yet to be open to the public. But as of recently, I see Dr. Umar has had the chance to give us a tour of the property, right? And I think it was something that we've all been waiting for. And we'll talk about that. Also, shout out to YNW Melly. You guys, YNW Melly has been forgotten. All right. It seems like the people have forgotten YNW Melly. Very, very unfortunate for this brother. It looks like they delayed his trial. YNW Melly's trial is not going to be happening no time soon. They delayed it for another year. He's not going on till 2027. We'll speak about that, YNW Melly. Isaiah, I see you in the comment section, brother. Let's read this comment. You hear homegirl that took care of his money, took care of his mom, said he got the mama living in Section 8 housing? That part. No. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. The girlfriend, right? And I did a video, Isaiah, on that. But like I said, we're going to elaborate a little bit more. What else we got? Deion Sanders, big shout out to Deion Sanders, speedy recovery. Recently, he removed his bladder, which he had bladder cancer, unfortunately, man. Speedy recovery. Prayers go out to Deion Sanders and the family members. What else? Diddy girlfriend, Gina. Listen, I want to speak about Diddy's trial. Obviously, he's waiting on sentencing, but Mrs. Gina, and the mistress, the girlfriend, the not necessarily me too, but how do you a pick me? I think that's a term that girls say, pick me. I had to learn that after a while, but I think she's considered a pick me. But Mrs. Gina, nonetheless, Diddy's girlfriend, wrote a letter to the judge expressing her concern for Diddy's release, okay? And as well, she had some other things to address the public about the public scrutiny that she's been under for her support of Diddy. You know what I mean? We'll talk about the contrast of her once supporting Diddy and also kind of like throwing dirt on Diddy also, right? So she's been on both sides of the fence, so to speak. What else we got here? Fabio Foreign terroristic threats. Fabio Foreign was released, bruh. Shout out to Fabio Foreign. I don't know what's the issues with him with the women. He has a thing where things kind of go left when it comes to the women. We kind of will get into that. Once again, make sure you guys hit the like button. You guys don't be a ninja watcher, okay? That's a person that be creeping and watching, right? You're a casual watcher. You don't engage. You don't leave no comment. You don't hit a like. You don't share the content. You don't do no nothing. You're just not involved, but you're watching the platform. All right, I need you guys to go ahead and get some engagement here and leave a comment, hit the like, and share the platform. Once again, you guys, we call this wiping your feet on the rug is when you hit the like button. Same way you show respect to your grandparents and the people that raised you. What are you doing? You walk inside the house, you wipe your feet on the rug. You just don't walk inside of the household because what that indicates that you don't have manners, right? And it's a show of grace, a show of respect when you hit the like button. That part. Now, yeah, I'm looking like Popeye's chicken right now. Pardon me, my good people. Once again, it's the most dangerous podcast on God's green earth. Let's get to it. Dr. Umar Johnson, you guys, recently I've been speaking about Dr. Umar Johnson, and he's been all over the blogs. Now, Dr. Umar Johnson is under public scrutiny for obvious reasons. Dr. Umar Johnson spoke about, we've been waiting on this school. The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, the beloved school. Now, I've never seen nothing. I didn't see the school. I saw like the outside of school. I didn't get a chance to see the inside of schools and what is all inside of the school. In reference to tiling, how you say, drywall, things being put up, school being decorated with memorabilia, history, Black history. I don't see none of these things, right? But I did have a chance the other day. I seen something pop up online. I've been watching this video. To his defense, the school there's something there. There's something there. Is the school ready to be released? Obviously not. All right. Now, we also, what Isaiah want to speak about is the girlfriend. All right. This girlfriend of Mr. Dr. Umar Johnson, she came out, and I spoke about in the past video. Obviously, she had some disparaging things to say about Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar tried to say that he had no romantic relationship with the woman, but I kind of find that hard to believe because she seems like she's scorned and she's on a mission. And when you see a woman that's on a mission such as so, it's safe to assume that there's some type of emotional investment there. Hold on. That's not what I need. I need this. That part. Some type of emotional investment. Now, this lady has came online with claims, and she says that Dr. Umar Johnson is currently being audited by the IRS. Ooh. Now, I think we all kind of predicted this to come in, right? Let's talk about Dr. Umar asking for donations as of recently due to hacking and other things, right? In the past, I believe like 2 years ago, he actually asked for donations also. Now, these donations are supposed to result in the school being built and school being open and fully functional, which is yet to happen. But he's still ciphering funds, galvanizing the people, and doing this campaign. I've been noticing Dr. Umar Johnson, he's taking this preacher approach with the funding, right? And I know we do that in our community, but we're not necessarily getting the results that we're expecting. He's not meeting the expectations of the people. With that being said, he's constantly asking for this funding. Now he's being audited for obvious reasons. Now, the question is, where's the funding going? We're about to find out. I guess bank accounts will be subpoenaed. even though the bank account is frozen according to Dr. Umar Johnson, and his personal account is frozen, I'm pretty sure they're going to subpoena some of the bank accounts, right? And we're going to get some clarity as to where is our money going in reference to Dr. Umar Johnson. Now, Dr. Umar seems a bit unhinged right now. If you see him in his public, anytime he's in the public eye, he's constantly being ridiculed, but he's fighting back. Now, the issue is when he's fighting back, he seems a bit bitter. He seems a super defensive. All right. Dr. Umar Johnson's back against the wall at this moment, at this point. I don't think that things are going in the direction that he would like for them to go. He's under investigation, obviously, so he's feeling compelled, forced to show some type of progress, which is showing the campaign is seeming like it's forced at this point. That tour that he did of the school, it seemed forced, contrived. All right. What we got here? Isaiah Thomas. Excuse me, not Isaiah Weatherspoon. All right, Isaiah, let me read this comment. Right, ladies are known for letting feelings lead their bias, but even if half of what she's saying is true, it's game over for him. Oh, that's a fact. It's a fact. I think it's safe to say that Dr. Umar's definitely in trouble. This is gonna be a pivotal point in his career. All right. It's showing proof now for Dr. Umar. Since 2014, he's been receiving donations of funding for this school. Now he's asking for personal funding also for his personal affairs. All right. Like I said, he's being audited. Now, this woman that Dr. Umar was dating, she's the one that Dr. Umar's claimed that she's the one that actually hacked the paperwork, man. It's a lot to speak about. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep updating you guys on any current information on Dr. Umar. This is obviously far from over, you guys. And once again, he's a leader in our community. So definitely that's my concern. Now, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Listen, this is a safe place. Let me just make this clear. For anybody, if this is your first time coming to this platform, this is a safe place to be here. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Now, if you're a reoccurring viewer and you've yet to subscribe to the channel, by now I would think, well, first of all, you should be ashamed of yourself. But it's never too late. Go ahead and take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel right now. This is one of the most up-and-coming channels. I'm going to be dropping way more content. It's a long struggle. And also, with that being said, rest in peace to my co-host, Planet. God damn it. All right? I wish Planet was here with me right now. You know what I mean? I'm just a one-man band, one-man army. Sometimes you guys see some delay in the process, but remember, it's me here. It's me. So, you know what I mean? We appreciate the support. Hit the like, turn notification bells on also. Now, what we got here? Deion Sanders. We can talk about Deion Sanders. But I kind of want to get into Diddy and Gina. All right. Well, before we get into let's get into Diddy and Gina. All right, you guys. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention as of lately with the Diddy trial. Things have kind of slowed down as of lately. Now, one of Diddy's exes, all right, she's very persistent. She's proven to be loyal, and I'm putting emphasis on loyal. All right, she gives a new meaning to loyal, and you guys will see why I'm putting emphasis on that. She goes by the name Miss Gina. Now, Gina wrote a letter to the judge. All right. Gina felt compelled to speak on behalf of Diddy, asking for his release. Gina has been posting tweets online showing her unwavering support for Diddy, waiting on his arrival, his release. She doesn't care about none of the naysayers. She's standing up for herself. We're going to read a series of tweets that she has put up on Instagram. I'm pretty sure other platforms. Also, she wrote a letter to the judge, and we're gonna read this heartfelt letter to the judge, requesting her man to be released. Now, once again, this is a great a prime example of loyal to a fault, right? And you guys will probably make some determinations in the comment sections. Let me know, is she loyal to a fault? Can she justify her being loyal? Is paying your bills enough justification for being loyal? Because obviously, I don't think it's so much a love, but she's making it seem like she's very romantically invested with Diddy. That part. Now, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's pull up some of Mrs. Gina tweets. All right. All right. You guys are looking at a tweet here, and Miss Gina, in which she said, "Real give I don't even know what that says. Real CB give a F. All right. 40% of the people in the world are just a bunch of NPCs. Also, she said, I suggest everybody and their mama to go meditate, touch grass, and hug trees. Y'all for real need it. It's time y'all raise y'all frequencies and self-awareness. How ironic, because I have a channel called Raise the Frequency. You guys get a chance, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's for self-development. So you see Gina's over here, she popping it. She said 40% of the people in the world are just a bunch of NPCs. I don't know what NPCs is. Let's non-fact. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see if Google can help me out. I really want to know what that word is. NPC, Gina. All right. NPC typical stands for non-player character, a term used in video games and tabletop role-playing games to refer to characters controlled by game systems or game masters. Okay, so I don't know if that's what she's saying, but say non-player characters. She's referring to them as NPCs, all right? And also you see that she says, I suggest everybody and their mama to go meditate. She's suggesting that we go meditate, in which I try to meditate every morning. So that's a great suggestion on behalf of Gina. Touch grass, you know what I mean? Ground yourself. And hug trees. Trees are conscious. I agree. Y'all for real need it. It's time y'all raise y'all frequencies or self-awareness. So contrary to everybody believing that she's low vibrating energy, she's saying contrary, you guys are low vibration energy. You guys need to raise your frequency and get up to her standard of frequency. Wow. The pot calling the kettle. Hold up, Sam. Listen, as you see, she might appear to be a bit delusional. Let's go into a little bit more. There's more here. All right. You guys see her. Gina says, I'm too high vibrational for this. She's too high vibrational for it. Also, Miss Gina says, you sheeps act like I can't forgive a man I once loved. I'm not going to kick him while he's down because y'all want me to. Bitch, I don't even know you. The fuck? LOL, goofies. I'm always have his back. Wow. Hold up. Listen, y'all, this is and yes, you guys, this is not a typo. I'm not paraphrasing. I'm reading this verbatim. This came from Miss Gina's mouth. If you guys are in disbelief, like I am, right? I'm too high vibrational. I'm gonna read this again. You sheeps act like I can't forgive a man I once loved. All right. I'm not gonna kick him while he's down. Now that's kind of contrary to what she's saying, because if you recall, she went on the show with Tasha K, and she talked about how Diddy put her hands on her, kicked her in the belly, woo, she was pregnant, tried to terminate the pregnancy subsequently through that altercation and things like that. So she alluded to a lot of abuse on Diddy's behalf, right? So this is kind of conflicting what she's saying today, which makes you question her motive, right? And you see what I'm alluding to. Obviously, I'm going there. All right, what else she said? I've never been the type of person to follow crowds and trends. I'm not a follower. Free Diddy. So Mrs. Gina is basically saying she's not going to follow the natural consensus. Obviously, he's guilty by public opinion. He's under public scrutiny, public execution. She's not partaking in that. She has love for Diddy. She ain't gonna kick Diddy while he's down. Obviously, she kicked Diddy when he was up, but now he's down. She's not gonna kick him while he's down. Now that obviously that's gonna make you question her motive. She sounds like she's on the payroll. I don't beat around the bush. She sounds like she's on the payroll. Now she wrote a letter to the judge. Also, we're gonna read this letter that she wrote to the judge. Let's get to it. All right, let me pull this letter up so I can read it, because my eyes cannot see this right now. Miss Gina wrote a full letter to the judge, all right, on Diddy's behalf, expressing how Diddy should be released. Bada bing. Okay, now Miss Gina says, my name is Virginia Hugh. I can't read that name. It's an Oriental name. It's a Chinese name. Huynh. Forgive me. I am writing as a person identified as the victim 3 in this case. I have known Sean Combs for many years and in both personal and professional capacities. From the experience I've seen him primarily as a father, a family man, and a businessman, roles that he has always striven to hold. I provide this letter to share my observation about his character and his respectfully request that the court permit this release on bond while the case proceeds. All right. So she's asking the judge to give Diddy bond. All right. I acknowledge the respect that Mr. Combs stands accused, and the court must weigh public safety and integrity of the legal process at the same time. I believe it is important for the court to have a full picture of who is beyond the allegations. Our relationships, like many, was not always perfect. We experienced ups and downs, and mistakes were made, but he was always willing to acknowledge the mistakes and make better decisions in the future. Over the years as followed, he made visible efforts to become a better person and to address the harm he had caused. By the time our relationship ended, he embodied an energy of love, brother love, patience and gentleness, gentleness, that was markedly different from his past behavior. Change of leaf. All right. To my knowledge, he hasn't been violent for many years, and he has been committed to being a father first. And I'm writing this because I do not view Mr. Combs as a danger to me or the community. This is his first criminal case. Throughout the investigation and proceedings, he has been cooperative, respectful, and compliant. He has substantial ties to his family and community, including children, who depend on him for emotional and financial support. Granting him bond would allow him to continue caring for his family and fulfilling his responsibilities while still subject to the court's supervision. I want to assure the court that if released, I believe Mr. Combs will adhere to all conditions imposed and will not jeopardize his freedom or well-being of his family. Allowing him to be at home will also support the healing process for all involved. I respectfully ask that you consider these factors when deciding his eligibility for release. Thank you for your time and consideration. Respectfully, Virginia Huynh. I think that's her name. All right, so with that being said, you guys see what's going on here. All right, letter to the judge. Now, obviously, she was one of the victims in the case. I forgot what they call the terms, the special term they were referring to them to, but she was number 3, right? This is all contrary to what she told Tasha K. What Miss Gina's doing here is trying to give the judge the reassurance. Let me take this down. Gina's giving the judge reassurance that Diddy's not going to harm her, right? She was an alleged victim in which she denied all the allegations, right? Contrary to what she told Tasha K. Once again, she's basically trying to give that reassurance to the judge, her being a victim, being a witness of Diddy, a substantial witness that Diddy has made a change of lead. She's saying Brother Love he stopped being violent a long time ago, over 7 years, all right? So all these allegations have to do with prior to him making this change in behavior. He's not a threat to her. She doesn't feel threatened by Diddy by no means. Now, this woman, some of us might consider this woman delusional. Some of us may consider this woman delusional. That part. This woman, this specimen needs to be observed and studied very closely with a fine comb of a microscope. Miss Gina is, this may be considered a prime example of Stockholm Syndrome, right? Stockholm Syndrome, where you fall in love with your kidnapper, fall in love with your abuser. It's a prime example of that. Nonetheless, if that's not the case, this all might be as a result of her bills being paid. Diddy's money's long. And some people are willing to submit to that treatment. And I'm more and more getting that from Mrs. Gina. Now, obviously, she might be on a alleged payroll, right? Well, all these women are on Diddy's payroll. So scratch that. She's on the payroll. She's the last Mohican. I'm pretty sure there's other women in the cut waiting on Diddy that got love for Diddy, so-called love. But she's the main vocal one. And she's the most significant one because she was brought into the trial. So Miss Gina gives validity to any to Diddy, claiming that he's not violent no longer. Diddy wants bail. Diddy's trying to get bail before he is sentenced. This is what he's trying to achieve. All right. And Miss Gina is assisting Diddy in that. Now, you guys, we're gonna keep up to date with the proceedings. When Diddy's sentence, we'll keep you guys up to date also. Now, make sure you guys take an opportunity to hit the like button once again, subscribing to the channel. This is episode number 126. That part. That part. All right, what else we got here? What else we got left? Deion Sanders. Listen, you guys. First of all, I want to say speedy cover to Deion Sanders. All right. Deion Sanders, you guys already know the coach for Colorado. Now, that need not be said. All right. Deion, now I like to call him Mr. Deion. He has a new moniker these days. All right. I like to refer to Deion Sanders as Deion Sniper Sanders. Now, I do have a sniper. Where's my sniper? Sniper. Silencer. Very appropriate. You guys, when I consider you a sniper, these are the top snipers, the ones that get the top prospect of women throughout the industry. I'm gonna give you an example of a sniper. Who's a sniper? Future's a sniper. You see Laura London, the phenomenal. Laura London. Who else you want to talk about? Black China, et cetera, et cetera. Joe Budden would be considered a top sniper. You already know with T. Harry and all that. From way back, I recognize that. I recognize you, Joe. You a sniper in the industry. Another example to get you guys familiar with this sniper term. Ray J is a top sniper. You already know with Princess Kim Kardashian, the sex tape. Top sniper, off top. I know people have their discrepancies about Ray J, but remember, when it comes to the women, Ray J, he's a sniper. And last but not least, just to give you guys a real firm understanding of what I consider a sniper, because this is industry snipers, top snipers. And you guys might beg to differ. This might be met with some resistance. All right. Mr. Shad Moss, Mr. Bow Wow, top sniper. Now, there's a reason I say Bow Wow's a sniper. You guys know it's well known that Diddy's a sniper too. I'm not even gonna put Diddy in sniper because Diddy's more of a money thing. I don't think it's based off of the swag with Diddy. But when it comes to these other gentlemen, in reference, not to stop with Bow Wow. Everybody robs from Bow Wow's tree. Shad Moss. Listen, remember I told you, don't shoot the messenger because this messenger shoots back. Listen, Shad Moss, Bow Wow, top sniper. Everybody goes into Bow Wow's catalog and they grab a woman from his catalog. Future been grabbing out of Shad Moss's tree. I'm calling Shad Moss. All right, that's a Bow Wow. They grabbed out his tree. Diddy has been picking Bow Wow pocket. 50 Curtis Jackson's been picking Bow Wow pocket. Bow Wow's a top industry sniper. Let's make this clear. All right. And the reason why I'm discussing this is because I want to give Deion Sanders his flowers. Now, you guys, let's break this down. Let's talk about age difference. All right. The age of Karrueche Tran. Karrueche Tran is 37 years old. Deion Sanders is 57 years old. Listen, these are all indications of a sniper. Now, as of recently, Karrueche Tran has been seen online next to Deion Sanders' side at the hospital. Now, you guys know Deion Sanders has suffered injuries throughout his career. He suffered from an injury called turf toe, which he do his football career, right? Now, he had a dislocated toe throughout his career, and he played with his toe dislocated throughout his whole career. Obviously, that created more damage, right? Now, subsequently, he had to get that toe amputated. Now, fast forward 2025, he has another obstacle ahead of him. Now, you guys, this man, Deion, is a resilient brother. Big shout out to Deion Sanders and all the recent accomplishments that he's had. And you guys know he's a staple in our community. He's a role model in our community. And there's not too many like Mr. Deion, right? So, first of all, let's clap it up for Deion, just for being Deion Sanders and all his accolades. That's it. That part. Like I said, as of recently, Karrueche Tran was seen in the hospital with Mr. Deion. You guys, unfortunately, Deion Sanders suffering from another issue. Deion Sanders suffers from bladder cancer, in which resulted in him removing his bladder. All right, I want to say speedy recovery to Deion Sanders. You're a role model to us, obviously, and we need you in the community. And I truly mean that. We don't have that many people, leaders in our community, that have great track records. Their personal lives are not overshadowing their accolades. All right, their philanthropy. And he's one of these gentlemen that have a great track record. His name is not tarnished, it's not tainted. All right, one of the few black leaders that we have today. Now, Deion Sanders had a surgery in which he had his bladder removed, and within the same procedure, they formed a new bladder, an artificial bladder, not artificial bladder, but they constructed a bladder out of his small intestine. All right, in which he was able to have a bladder. Now, I haven't seen recent reports, but I would believe that he's recovering. I don't know if it's a speedy recovery, but I'm praying that this man has a speedy recovery. All right. And shout out to his sons and all that, man. His kids making it into NFL. Deion Sanders has a remarkable story. This is a black man, not just an NFL athlete, but just the accomplishments and all the adversity. The man has a major story. I can't wait to see the Deion Sanders, a real biography, a real documentary, a real movie based on Deion Sanders. I think that shit gonna be awesome. Also, Bo Jackson, etc. But Deion Sanders has more accolades, I would believe. You guys correct me in the comment section, but I don't want to mess up because both those brothers are great. Nonetheless, now let's get back to the relationship between Karrueche Tran and Deion Sanders. First of all, you guys, people are complaining, saying that Karrueche Tran is clout chasing. All right, they're saying Karrueche's clout chasing because she chose to come out with Deion Sanders at the hospital. Now, my question is to you guys is, when did you expect this girl to come out? Now, I understand this is a situation is personal. You know, some might consider it distasteful because it's supposed to be private. You're not supposed to be sharing these type of things with the world, right? Especially if you haven't grasped or well, me particular, it takes a while for me to take in things. So I don't let the world into my issues until I fully can grasp it. Though I am transparent as can be. All right. And that's what people are saying for Deion Sanders, that she should have gave him some type of privacy. But I didn't see Deion Sanders running from it, so to speak. Now, obviously, throughout, we haven't seen really in the public eye. Deion Sanders is always in the public eye, but I never saw this relationship. Now, mind you, I'm not checking under every rock and every crevice, looking around every corner, right? But I never knew that Deion was dating Miss Karrueche Tran. Now, is it an ironic couple? Not necessarily. The man is a millionaire. The man has 1 million accomplishments, accolades. He's famous. I can see why she would be attracted to him. I can see the attraction. I can see why she would be interested in dealing with him. Obviously, I'm a man, so I know why he would be interested in dealing with her. Let's be clear. Karrueche Tran is one of the most beautiful women. One of the most beautiful women on earth. Now, I'm being a slightly bit exaggerating, but she still deserves those accolades. Nonetheless, I don't know if you guys noticed. I'm checking my eyebrows. I don't know. She's looking like everyone. Whatever. What I'm going to say is, I see a pattern here. Deion Sanders has a pattern here. Shout out to Mark. Mark brought this to my attention, my dog, Marky Mark. I'm seeing this blazing type of pattern here. Now, I don't know all the women that Deion has dated, but I'm noticing she's close to Pilar, all right? The wife, the Asian, the black and Asian combination. Listen, black and Asian is a beautiful combination. I think those two races are one of the best hybrided races. I think black and Asians make a beautiful race. It makes a beautiful human being. It's a great combination, right? You have this black strength with this Asian exoticness, and it just becomes something nice. And what I've seen is Deion has a pattern there. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but there's a pattern there. I think he has a type. All right. Big shout out to Deion Sanders. And is Karrueche being was that a selfish move? I don't think so. Karrueche's not a clout chaser. If you guys see any of Karrueche's past relationships, she's not really she doesn't publicize her relationships. She doesn't publicize her relationships. She doesn't strike me as a clout chaser, as I was telling my dog. I don't think Karrueche's a clout chaser. I really honestly think that was genuine when she was in the hospital. Deion Sanders could have been Deion Sanders' last days with her. And I'm going to conclude with this. How can you be with somebody? Nobody knows you with that person, but you may be the most significant person in that person's life. How could you go without being noticed knowing that you meant that much to that person? If you meant that much to that person, you probably knew more about that person than some people knew about that person at that current time. So who would be more qualified to speak on that person's behalf than the person that spends the most time with them? All right. So I think she sees the opportunity. I think it was appropriate for her to be there at that moment. All right. And be there in attendance and to support Mr. Deion Sniper. Deion Sniper Sanders. Shout out to Deion Sanders. You get the sniper of the week, my brother. Speedy recovery with that surgery, brother. Speedy recovery to Deion Sanders, man. Prayers on your new bladder. You heard me? And you built here, and I know you're a resilient brother. That's proven fact. One of our most resilient brothers in our community, man. And it's great to have you as a role model, Mr. Deion Sanders, on behalf of L.O.T.S Approved Media. Now, you guys do a favor. Take the opportunity to hit the like button right now and subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? We up, one of the most up-and-coming channels, one of the up-and-coming platforms, that is. You heard me? All right, what else we got left? YNW Melly. Melly. All right, listen, you guys, YNW Melly. As of recently, something came online in which they said YNW Melly, looks like YNW Melly trial has been delayed, all right? Unfortunately, you guys, YNW Melly is not coming home right now, obviously. They're saying that his trial has been pushed back to 2007. All right, let me pull this up here, man. This is unfortunate. This is sad, bro. This is sad, homie. All right, you guys see it here on DJ Academy's page. YNW Melly's double murder retrial has been delayed to January 2027. Ah, man. Hold up. Now, you guys see, shout out to Dog, man, smiling in the picture, man. He was in good spirits in that picture, man. Unfortunately, I don't think he's in the same spirits right now. Now, you guys, I haven't been hearing anybody speak about YNW Melly in a minute. Melly was the topic of discussion at one point. it seems like people have forgotten about Melly, right? And this gives credence to the term out of sight, out of mind. All right. I don't hear no rappers screaming free Melly no longer. I don't hear nobody saying free Melly no longer. Now, court proceedings, they pushed Melly's court date back to 2027. Let's go back. You guys, if you see, let me pull this back up. Let's share this once more. You see what it says at the bottom here? He has been in custody since 2019. His first trial ended in a mistrial 2023. Melly's been locked up. Melly's been locked up since 2019, bro. Listen, this man, YNW Melly has been locked up since 2019. We're in 225. All right, it's going on 6 years. Now they pushed it down to 227. So that means he's going to be locked up for 8 years till he gets his day in court, his second day in court, right? Because the first one resulted in a mistrial. What does that lead us to believe? First of all, we know that they don't have enough information on YNW Melly. They bleed in YNW. They bleed in Melly right now. They don't have enough to prosecute YNW Melly. Obviously, judging by all the evidence that's been presented throughout the case, the court proceedings, right? This is when they're bleeding Melly. I call it bleeding him, right? Let's get as much time out of him as possible, knowing that he will walk, right? The first one ended in the mistrial. There's a high probability that they're not going to be able to convict him of these murders. So how can we get something out of this man and we believe him to be guilty? I don't find Melly to be guilty, all right? But I think they find him. Obviously, that's the prosecutor's job to find him guilty. Nonetheless, I think they're just trying to salvage whatever they can salvage out of the case. Get some time out of Melly, knowing that he will eventually walk. If they think that this can be a torture type of method to kind of like wear him down, to make him take a plea, which I'm just giving you a scenario, obviously that's not going to happen because Melly this is not Melly's first rodeo. All right. Melly's a street dude. He has a background. So he's been through court proceedings before. So he knows what to do. He knows what to do. He knows the proper procedures to execute. All right. Melly's looking like he will be coming home. Just judging how things are going, right? 2027 is the next court date. Sitting down for 8 years. Now I've seen people fight murder cases for 5 or 6 years. But I'm not, mind you, I'm not expert on this. I'm just saying through my experience when I've been locked up, and I've seen niggas locked up in the county jails. I've never been to prison, but in the Florida county jails, there's always a nigga that's locked up fighting the case that's been sitting down for 5 years or more. You know what I mean? It's really not really, I didn't really see nobody sitting down past 5 years fighting the case, but usually it would be up to 5 years of somebody fighting the case. Maybe 5.5, I believe. But I've never seen this, but keep in mind, he did have his day in trial, 2023, right? And it resulted in a mistrial. They're bleeding Melly. They have nothing on Melly. Melly looked to be like he may be coming home. Now he's being treated just how they're treating Melly. He had a lot of complaints. His mother had a lot of complaints about how he's being treated in the jail facility, right? I'm pretty sure that Melly definitely wants to come home, and I know he's subject to some fucked up treatment in there. Hopefully Melly comes home. All right. Rest in peace of Sack Chaser and Juvie. I have no horse in this race. You know what I mean? But we still screaming free Melly. Now, what else we have left, you guys? 5-year foreign. All right, let's end off with this. All right, listen, 5-year foreign. All right, you guys, 5-year foreign as of recently was released. All right. 6 months in jail for terroristic threats. I don't know what's up with Fabi. L.O.T.S prove me to make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I don't know what's going on with Fabio Foreign. Fabio Foreign has a thing with women. I've seen a lot of things online with him as women, baby mamas and shit. Like, I don't want to go deep into that, right? Because that's some girl shit. You know what I mean? But I noticed a pattern there. Fabio has a lot of things going on with the women. 6 months for terroristic threats. Boy, nowadays, I'm going to be real with you. I think niggas, it looks like they ain't got no mercy for the women. I'm seeing things are kind of changing because women are saying they're putting hands on men now, right? But I'm seeing another pattern here. Another pattern here. I'm seeing men being non-remorseful for putting hands on women. I'm not condoning that, but I'm just noticing the things that you people do in our society. I don't partake in putting my hands on women, nor do I appreciate women putting their hands on me, but I've been through it. You heard me? And I've done seen it growing up as a kid, watching domestic violence in my own household, with my mama going through shit, watching just the people around me going through this. I've seen these type of things. You get what I'm saying? But nonetheless, Favi has a habit. There's some type of pattern there with Fabio Foreign with the women. I don't know. Nonetheless, Favi, he's home. All right, big shout out to Fabio Foreign. He's been released. 6 months incarceration, but the kid is home. And I'm hearing that Fabi might be starting a podcast. I don't know, him and Jim Jones or somebody. Fabi's considering starting a podcast with somebody. I don't know who. I'm curious to watch it. I'm curious to see how it's going to turn out. I ain't seen none of the younger generation start podcasts really, other than little Yachty. And Yachty's getting a little bit up there in age, all right? But nonetheless, I'm definitely there to see the new podcast. You see Joe Budden with Joe Budden, Fat Joe and Jadakiss. I didn't think that podcast was gonna work. It looked a little bit wobbly, but the podcast looked like it's gonna do its numbers, man. Big shout out to them brothers, man. Shout out to Fat Joe and shout out to Jadakiss. You heard me? That's a strange combination. I like the way the chemistry's building. Jada is learning how to bounce off of Joe, learning how to deal with Joe's fuckery. You know how Joe be exaggerating, talking about how he robbed the whole gym in his elementary school. Joe be saying he's a gladiator. Nobody can mess with him. Joe say he terrorized people. And there's some credence to Fat Joe. Let's not get twisted. Fat Joe's one of the Spanish dudes that gave 50 in the hell, right? G-Unit and Terror Squad was going at it at one point, and 50 gets some validity to Fat Joe. Nonetheless, so Fat Joe, there is some validity, you guys, to Fat Joe stories, but Fat Joe does exaggerate from time and time again. You could judge just looking by Jada's face. You can see that the man be exaggerating at times. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, I do find Fat Joe and Jadakiss' show entertaining. Ironically enough, they built it to that. At first, I was skeptical. At first, I was on the ropes. Now, the combination is starting to work. They're starting to do their thing. And I see the method to Fat Joe's mayhem with the outlandish things that he says. Fat Joe knows how to work that algorithm. The kid is smart. And he keeps doubling down on the exaggerated stories. Once again, robbing the whole gym. And people questioning his fashion sense. Now, Fat Joe, you be wearing that. You be having that expensive shit on. Yeah. Fat Joe got that expensive ish on. You know what I mean? But the way you putting it together, you might need a little bit more customization in that department of how you're putting the ensemble together. But nonetheless, you do have that expensive shit on, Fat Joe. I give you that credit, all right? But Fat Joe, you guys see how Fat Joe, he's got everything on, and he's always he wants our confirmation as to him being that dude. Fat Joe wants to be brought up in the conversations of the fashionistas of hip-hop, the Jim Jones, the Fabulouses, and the Biggie with the Cool G, etc. Fat Joe wants to be in that conversation. But nonetheless, y'all, I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch the podcast. The podcast is interesting. All right, and the podcast is starting to be entertaining. Now, there's a lot of new podcasts. Well, those two podcasts we're looking forward to. What else we have left, you guys? I want to end off with this. Let's talk about Shannon Sharpe. All right, Shannon Sharpe, the lawsuit has been dropped. You guys know Shannon Sharpe has been subjected to a lot of lawsuits as of recently with his newfound success with his show, the Shay Shay Club. You know, when you have success, you know what follows behind it, right? This is what came with the success. Lawsuits. He had to settle out with the white girl, the OnlyFans girl. OnlyFans girl, she has retired from OnlyFans. Excuse me, thanks to Shannon Sharpe and the $20 million lawsuit that she won in court, she was able to retire from OnlyFans and thank her OnlyFans supporters and let them know about her new adventures and her new ventures that she has going on subsequently, because she has this newfound capital, like I like to say. You know what I mean? Now, fast forward, he had another lawsuit. Shannon Sharpe got in between the issue with the lady at the Usher concert. Usher serenading these women. Usher breaking up happy homes. Usher getting niggas sued. Usher is an issue out here. That's why I refuse to take any woman that I'm dating to any Usher concert. I refuse. And I would never let Usher extend his hand out to her. I slap Usher hands down because I know Usher's going to break up my happy home, in which he constantly does. Now, Usher was serenading this woman. A lot of people presume that this woman was in a relationship, and come to find out later on that she was not in a relationship. And obviously, what's her name was under that assumption too, Shannon Sharpe. Now, Shannon Sharpe went on this, one of his platforms with Chad Ochocinco, in which he said that the lady was in a relationship. He assumed that the lady had a husband, and the lady seen online being serenaded by Usher. So obviously, we could see why she was under attack. Under attack morally. Nonetheless, this wasn't true. None of it was true. The lady reached out to Shannon Sharpe and requested that Shannon Sharpe remove this content from his platform, in which Shannon Sharpe did comply, and Shannon Sharpe removed it from YouTube. But there's other platforms out there, right? And according to the woman, apparently he didn't remove the content from the other platforms, which resulted in a lawsuit. And this is why we had this conversation here today. Now, I've been told with current reports, updated reports, that the lawsuit has been dropped. All right, so congratulations to Shannon Sharpe. All right, so I don't know if this resulted in maybe he settled out of court. Mind you, I'm not an expert on court proceedings, but he could have settled out of court. I find it hard to believe that the case got dropped that quick. So I'm assuming that they settled out of court. How much did he settle for? That's the question, right? Because obviously there was some monetary damages there, nonetheless. And come to find out, this lady, I think she's married currently now, or some shit she dated. So I don't know. There's some conflicting story behind the woman. But nonetheless, Shannon Sharpe, the case has been dropped. So hopefully this will be the last. But something tells me, I get a gut feeling that this is not going to be the last attack on Shannon Sharpe. It looks like there's a witch hunt on Shannon Sharpe, right? And it's safe to say, for any black man that's a public figure, that's mega successful, because you have the power of influence. And for some reason, they don't want us to have that generational wealth to pass down to our kids, to our lineage. That's what I'm getting from this, all right? L.O.T.S approved media. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I am the incomparable, the off the imitate but cannot be duplicated, the one that took their style from, the elected, the appointed voice of the streets. I go by the name of L.O.T.S approved, you guys. That is an acronym. It stands for the Lord of the streets, the leader of the streets, learn off the streets, living off the streets. When I say living off the streets, I'm referring to eating off the land. We are hustlers, so we eat what we kill here, that part. This is powered by L.O.T.S approved media. I want to welcome everybody to the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 126. And if you wasn't aware, you are now listening to the most dangerous podcast on God's green earth. This is powered by L.O.T.S approved media. All right. And I am considered the top op. That part. All right, you guys. Today is Friday. We're gonna be going on more consistently. All right. There's been a lot of upgrades here, equipment upgrades. I've been doing a lot of things in the background, just to give you guys a better experience. Trust me, we set up new cameras. There's certain things, lighting, just different things that I have to bring into the fold to give you guys a better experience. So I appreciate the support here, and you guys continue to support like you've been doing. Now, like I always tell you guys, failure and discouragement are the stepping stones to success. You're not gonna experience success in life without experiencing some type of failure, and with failure comes discouragement. All right, you can't be scared to fail in life. Anything that you chase, be sure not to be scared to fail. All right, who knows? I may have failed at this podcast just now that I just did, but obviously, you guys with me because I've done some successful podcasts. This is episode number 126. Let's be clear. All right, so obviously I've done some successful podcasts. You guys get a chance, check out some of the catalog and the great people that I've interviewed on this platform. All right, and get ready for the new interviews that we have coming in the near future. Let me know if you guys want to see Smoke the Creator. I don't miss. No, you might see her on the platform. All right, Smoke the Creator. Let me know if you guys know anything about Smoke the Creator you want it on the platform. And you guys let me know anybody that you want to see on the L.O.T.S approved DSTM Don't Shoot the Messenger platform. Now, we spoke about a lot of things tonight. We spoke about Dr. Umar Johnson. We spoke about Gina, Stockholm Syndrome, Diddy's girlfriend, Gina, demanding that Diddy be released, saying that Diddy is not a threat to her or society. And he's changed his ways, his brother love. What else we spoke about? Fabio Foreign, the domestic violence on women. That's his issue. I'm not saying that he's wrong all the time. I'm not going to say he's wrong, but we don't condone it here. What else we got here? Oh, Deion Sanders, man. Big shout out to Deion and speedy recovery for your surgery. Yeah, we spoke about a lot. You guys enjoy your weekend. You guys keep in mind, nobody's promised tomorrow, so I can't guarantee you that I'm gonna see you guys on Sunday, but I do want to go back on Sunday. All right. So you guys be here. If God permits, we'll meet back up on Sunday. Now, this is the weekend right now. It's currently raining. All right, we in Miami, Florida. Though I'm wearing an LA hat, this is Miami, Florida. It's currently raining. So hopefully the weekend will be a little bit better. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about summertime. I ain't even get a chance to even go to the beach this weekend. Shit, I might take the opportunity to go to the beach. I think so. My black ass need to go to the beach. I'll be quite honest with you. So yeah, man, I don't think we missed anything else. With that being said, L.O.T.S approved media. You guys enjoy your weekend. If God permit, we're gonna see each other on Sunday. Now, all right, let's go into this outro, man. Let's go into some outro music, some official outro music. All right. Yeah, boy. L.O.T.S approved media, the most dangerous platform on God's green earth. All right. You guys enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Remember, discouragement and failure, stepping stones to success. Don't be scared. Step out there. Chase whatever your dreams, your goals. Get out there and chase them, and don't be scared to fail. All right, it's gonna take you to fail a couple of times to master anything. A master's gonna fail 1,000 times, but you got to get up 1,001. All right, and that's what makes you a winner. That's what makes you a winner. L.O.T.S approved media. With that being said, I'm out.